Hi friends, Teacher Rachel here today, and this week we have a project that requires some simple materials that are in your bag or that you have at home. So this week you've got some paint, you got some googly eyes, you should have a paintbrush at home. I sent home some stacks of this paper. It's called newsprint, so it is kind of thin. You aren't going to need all of them for your project. You'll only need like one sheet. But I did send home a stack so you have some extra paper to color on at home. I also grabbed a couple markers and some options for glue just in case my eyeballs don't want to stick. So this week our letter is O. O is a circle with your hands where you touch your thumb to your fingers and make it O. You should be able to see through it. So what we're going to make today is an ox. So ox is O-X. Do you know what an ox is? Well, an ox is a bovine or cow type of animal that has been trained to pull carts or do other heavy moving like that. So they are trained as draft animals, kind of like horses can pull carts. So you see this a lot in countries like India. There's ox will be pulling things. Or in old-timey stuff, you'll see an ox pulling a plow, which helps cut fields for planting. The reason we're doing ox is because, first of all, it starts with an O. O-X, X like a hook. O-X, that's how you spell ox. But also because Chinese New Year is coming up. And Chinese New Year is in February, and we are going from the year of the boar, or the pig, to the year of the ox. So we have our new year in January, and the Chinese New Year is in February. And so in preparation to celebrate Chinese New Year, we're going to be doing some crafts that go along with that over the next couple of weeks. So the first one will be making an ox. Okay, so make sure that you have your paint, a brush. I've grabbed a couple markers, but then most importantly, make sure you have a napkin or a towel or something because this is going to get a little bit messy. So here I've got some diaper wipes that I've gotten ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some grass because my ox is going to be hungry. This is going to seem strange, but I'm going to draw my grass up here on the very top of my paper because oxen, that's how you say more than one ox, is oxen, are herbivores. Do you know what an herbivore is? An herbivore only eats plants. So ox, cows, sheep, horses, they're all herbivores because they only eat plants. And then there's carnivores like tigers and lions, T-Rexes, and other meat-eating dinosaurs are carnivores. Okay? And then we, because we tend to eat both, you know, you guys probably like your chicken nuggets or your cheeseburgers or whatever, but you also eat vegetables. Did you know that bread is even made from a plant? Because it's made from wheat. So that means that you are an omnivore, and an omnivore eats both what carnivores eat and what herbivores eat. So, all right, so now that I've painted my grass on the top of my picture, you don't have to do grass. You can use paint, you can use markers, you can do dirt, you can just do a page with just your ox. That's totally fine, whatever you want to do. So now I'm going to open up my brown paint, and I'm going to paint my hand. It's always so cold. Oh, birds, cold. Okay, so I'm going to paint my hand. I'm going to get a fair amount on there. Got to make sure I get every finger. Let's see. Do. Okay. Almost done. I'm going to get this. I can't forget my thumb. Okay. So, I'm going to set my paint aside. I'm trying not to make a mess with it. Whoops, I got a little bit on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna move my eyeballs aside, then I'm gonna take my hand and I'm going to put my 4 fingers towards the top of the page where the grass is, and this one's gonna be sticking out this way, my thumb. Ready, set, go! All right, so now I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna kind of fill this in a little bit, and then I'm going to take and paint the side of my hand. See that? And I'm gonna make, oh, that didn't work quite as well as I was hoping, so now I'm just gonna paint it. And then oxen, usually have little horns and ears. So I'm going to draw little horns. You can use a marker if you want. I'm going to use a finger, or you can use a paintbrush. And there's his ear. There's his other ear. Draw him a little bit more of a face. There. It kind of looks like a moose. Oh well. Okay, and then my hand is all messy, so I'm just going to go ahead and use these diaper wipes and try to get off as much of this paint as possible. You may want to just go to the sink and wash your hands, depending on how much paint you have and depending on how close you are to a sink. I am very, very far from a sink because I'm sitting in the community room right now, so there's no sinks close by. So I made sure I brought a couple of wipies to get my hands fairly clean, and then once I'm done with this video, I will go and wash them. Okay, so now that my hands are mostly clean, I can continue on with my picture. So now I've gotten my hand on there. I can turn my picture right side up. So there's the 4 legs for my ox. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my thumb actually makes his tail. And then here's his head and his horns. So I've got some googly eyes that I think I'm gonna put maybe a dab of glue on. They're supposed to be sticky, but I can never get the little thing off. You guys have seen me try a couple times, but I do have some glue and a Q-tip. So I'm just gonna put some glue on one googly eye and put some glue on this googly eye. 2. There we go. There is my little ox, though he does kind of look like a moose, but that's okay. I would love to see how your ox looks. Feel free to send me pictures when you're done. I would love to see them. I really, really enjoy seeing your guys' projects and seeing your smiling faces as you're making them. So have someone send me some pictures so I can share them with the rest of the class. All right, well, I hope you have fun making your ox, and happy Year of the Ox. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.